Welcome back to Code with Kamira. In today's episode, we are going to look at another API, that is the getCut. So in the previous, we looked at getCuts, a list of cuts. Now today we are looking at getCut, whereby we are to pass a cut ID, okay? According to this. So we check where we have the cuts. All right, so let's create this one. We call this getCut. And this, when you go back to the API itself, it has a path variable or path param that we should pass. Okay, so we say at path, and that is, what path do we have? Is ID. Okay, so it means that we are going to pass ID here. So this key should be the same as what is on the path here. Okay. So now we need to pass it. So it's a string, and we can call it cut ID. Okay. It's a get. So we don't know the response yet. So we can say dynamic. Now, as usual, this file complains. This one here. And what we need to do is to go to the README, we copy our command. There's no need to cram anything. Okay, now as it builds, let's go to the feature section. And in the feature, we need to look at, this is cuts. Okay, so we are going to have our cut related information in this feature. So this is products, close that, and this. In cuts, we shall have, look at the domain here. We have the cut repository already. So the cut repository, we have this function of getting cuts. So we can have this other method. Okay, that is called getCut, and it requires the cut ID. Okay, so in the data repository here, we need to implement that. And see, doing some things in a smart way, you save time. So we just copy this, paste it here, you change something. Now this is future, so it's a sync here. And the method here is getCut. Okay, getCut, it requires the cut ID. So it is this one that we are passing. The rest remain the same. We need to go in the qubit, in the logic here. Grab the qubit state, the cut state, okay. Here. Let's look at, this is cuts loading. Let's duplicate this. We say cut loading, like we are getting a single cut. This is cut success. copy. We can say cut success, that's a single cut. But the response, we don't know it yet, so we can keep it as dynamic. And this is cut success here. Then we look for the error. Copy. So this is cut error, even here. The rest are the same. All right, so now we'll come to the qubit here. So this was getting cuts. Still we can copy, though if you've been following, then copying and pasting is not an issue. So we can call this function getCut, and it should expect a cut ID. So here the state to be emitted once this function is called from the parent, or whatever it will be called, is cut loading. And then the function here is the getCut. You pass the cut ID, this one here. Yeah, so in success, we do this. Now we can't cast this because we are not sure of what response is going to be returned. Okay, so let's say this is my single cut. Single cut. It will be this response, okay. Now the state to emit is cut success, not cuts. And the error also is cut error. Okay. This is it. So we need to call the getCut, where we are calling this. Okay. Now there is just one concern. So this is getCut, and it complains because it requires an ID, which we don't know yet. So let's first comment this. All right, let's run. The reason we are running is because we want to get an existing cut ID. We paste here, then we run again and confirm whether we've gotten the details of that cut. So let's run and see. So it means that we need first to observe the cut. Emily, yes. Emily, yes, pass. All right, let's check if we can get some cut. What is in here is cut. Oh, instance of cut. So it means that here I can't get the ID of a single cut. Then that means in here I can do something. I can say this dot. So what do I get here? Cuts. Okay. I get the first cut at element 0, and I pick, I think it is called ID. Okay. This should give us that. Let me log in. Emily S. Emily S. Pass. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, the ID is 1. Okay. All right, so that means in this function, we can do this, and I pass a 1. So you may say, why pass a string and yet the ID is int? In the actual sense, I could save an int, it would work. But since these are, given that these are numbers, even though I pass a string, the other side it will be in a URL as an int, a number. Okay, so let's run again and see. Okay, so we have Emily's as. Okay, so now we do something here. Let's remove this. It has played the role. So we check our response here. Oh, what happened? This does not exist. But let's analyze response data. Cuts gives all a list of cuts. A single cut ID has products on this. So why isn't this printing? It should be printing. So let me try to log. Okay, let's log in. We are going to do something. We are going to print from this way. Repo response is equals to the response. We look at it. And also we can print repo dio error is the message. Okay. So at the repository level, let's do some prints. We see. All right, so let's see if we get here. Okay. Good. So we get here. So even that means we don't have any error. All right. So we get the response, and this one, if you look at it, is the cat object. Not cat's response, but the cat object. So the API to give us a cat is a single cat is returning the cat. Okay. However, we need to see why isn't this data reaching the other side. Okay. Because this response is what we are passing here as data. And we expect it to reach dynamic as it is. Okay, let's go back. It's response.success. We said response data equals this. Okay, we are saying, I think we are saying to JSON, yet it's already JSON data. So let's do it again. It's already JSON and we are trying to make it JSON. So I expect to reach here. Emily's pass. Good. We've reached, we have this. Okay. And if you analyze this response, as I mentioned, it's a cat. So that means we can go here and we change the response. Where is it? Here. We say that this one should give us a feature of type cat. Yeah, let's look at it carefully. ID products. Good. Okay. So that means even in the qubit, we need to change something. In the qubit, okay, where is it? Qubit. Now, this will give us an instance of cat. To see its data, this is where we have to say dot to JSON. But how does it come to JSON? Is when we cast this. Because we are going to cast this, we can say as cat. This is cat. So we can call it cat equals response of data as cat. Okay. Then this will be cat. Okay. And here we are going to pass cat. So that means even in the success here, we can call this type cat. Yeah? It's giving us cat object cat, but it can be null. You never know. That's why we get to the safer side of calling it null, making it nullable. Okay, that now in the qubit here, I have to set dot to JSON, and maybe I call it new cat single, whatever you use, just for debugging purpose. We have this. Let me try to check it out. Emily S pass. Good. So you see, we gotten this as a response, and we have the ID. We passed the ID, remember, of the cat. We passed 1. So even here, the object they have given us is the ID is 1, then the products are here. Okay. The products are instances of product model that we already have. So this is it for today. And thanks for watching Code with Kamira. Kindly subscribe as we proceed. So the purpose here is now is to realize a production-ready application. And we are doing the logic first, then we shall get to the UI. So to understand, when we get the UI, it means that you must have gone through the logic episodes first. Thanks for watching. Bye.